Hello everybody, my name is Aud and welcome back to the Aud Narrations channel, a place where we read and react to interesting Reddit stories. Today on Aud Narrations, the first story we'll be reading is titled, My Wife, MFA Student Having an Affair with Her Professor. As always, if you appreciate these videos and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that way you won't miss the latest upload. Alright, let's make a start. The post reads, We've been together for 9 years, married for 3 years, and have a 20-month-old boy. Our relationship has been more down than up. We're both international students, and I worked my butt off to keep my working visa and take care of my family. My wife joined the MFA program 2 years ago. At the beginning, everything looks great. She had a full ride scholarship, her VR professor offered her a workstation and Apple VR headset for her project and told her to keep them until she graduates. At that time, I thought he was so nice. We also invited him to have dinner at our house. Her working schedule is strange. She usually leaves home after lunch and gets home around midnight, and she said she had a lot of studio classes that required her to work on the campus. Yesterday, she left her phone unlocked when we dined out, and I picked it up to check her messages, and I saw many sexually suggestive messages between her and a person named K. It shows only recent messages because the old messages were deleted. I confronted her. At first, she claimed that she had just fallen in love with another man and hadn't done anything wrong. She texted what she desired, but didn't do anything wrong with me. That professor is her VR professor. She claimed I didn't love her enough to not make her fall in love with another person. I suggested to divorce and keep the baby. She can keep the house and all the money, but she refused and asked me to forget it so that we could start over again. I'm worried for my baby. I don't want my baby to not have a mother. I loved her, and I don't think I can forget what I saw on her phone. I have an appointment with a marriage counsellor and lawyer next week. This news is too much for me. I need a place to relieve myself, and so I came here. Please advise. It's tricky. I appreciate that you're married and obviously both international students with a baby, but this isn't like a one-night stand type affair or, thing where it's just like a one-off thing. This is something that she's been actively hiding from you and has probably been going on for quite a while, especially if she's been coming home late for a long time and her working schedule is strange. I would be very cautious about this, and to be honest, I probably personally wouldn't bother wasting my time with her. Let's see what the community says. Somebody's left a comment saying, stay the course with the lawyer and find out your options. Do not do any marriage counselling. She's only sorry and wants to start over again because she was caught. So all of a sudden, she fell out of love with the other man. She knows the piece of shit professor is not going to want a relationship with her, but just hit it and quit. If he's in a relationship, try to let the other betrayed spouse know what he's been doing. Only concentrate on your child for now. But I do hope it's your child. Do a DNA test, bud. Indeed. Someone else left a comment saying, falling in love with another man isn't wrong. That's a weird definition. I'd find out if the professor is married, and I'd tell his wife. I'd also tell the dean of the department. Oh, and I'd get a divorce. Someone replied saying, I wonder if she would feel the same way if OP did that to her, if falling in love isn't wrong. Someone else has left a comment saying, report that professor and get him fired, and then divorce her. She'll probably get kicked out of school and lose her student visa. She's not your problem anymore. A child with one parent is better than a child with a cheating parent. Someone replied saying, there is absolutely no guarantee he will get custody of this baby full-time, and having to maintain a parental relationship across borders will be really hard on all involved. Likewise, whilst the parent fucked up, the child will still want to and deserves to see her. A child that knows you stopped them from seeing their parent because they cheated is not guaranteed to go your way. Indeed. Someone else left a comment saying, lol, get evidence from her. Document. If you can, hire a lawyer to do it. If not, use ChatGPT to draft a plan to document everything. What's the goal? Number 1, revenge on the professor. His job and reputation are toast. Adjunct professors are a dime a dozen. Grad students with scholarship is his employee, not friend, and he's a supervisor. The only question is whether you want to run him out of town. Number 2, your wife, I feel is recoverable if you want. I would get a post-nup at this point, or a divorce. This is a good time as you're both poor, so you don't have to pay much. Number 3, get her phone record and messages. Recover from the cloud the deleted ones. Get her email access and print out the emails, and then write down your questions for her and ask her to draft responses. Read and write more questions. Finally, document everything and ask her to sign it. Then, take the signed document and send it to university, him, his boss, department, the Title IX coordinator and office, president of the university, ethics board, etc. and claim a hostile work environment has been created and that he's pressured your wife into the affair by enticing her with the scholarship, etc. Please use the phrase hostile work environment. No one gives a shit that she cheated on you. What the lawyers care about is that the boss-worker boundary was crossed. Also, ask whether this has happened before, either with this dude or with other people at the university. Were they aware of any other happenings? That should dynamite the whole house of cards. Now keep following up every 2 weeks after with a letter, referring to the last letter and asking for an update. Someone replied saying, I'm pretty sure the professor has a professional conduct clause in his contract. An affair with a student will definitely violate that clause. Indeed. Someone else left a comment saying, so you didn't love her enough? Victim blaming. Friend, she didn't love you enough to value her marriage to you. Now she wants a do-over? Focusing on the well-being of your child is paramount. That doesn't mean that you need to be a punching bag. Whether your child is a caring mother or not, in your control. It is all hers, and you staying together has nothing to do with what kind of mother she'll be. Indeed. Tricky situation, but I think the comments here pretty much sum up everything that OP should do. Obviously, the first thing, going to get a lawyer, getting the draft for the document, and exploring what options he has available. And if it were me, I would personally be trying to get that professor axed. Only then would I feel half comfortable with her continuing working at that university. Right, so what do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. Sorry for interrupting the video, but since the new year, I've set myself a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It would really help out the channel if you hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thank you very much. The next story we're reading today is titled, X already included the affair partner in my child's life. The post reads, Hello, I just need to get this off my chest because it hurts so much. You can read my post history if you need any backstory, but my ex-partner is already including her affair partner in my son's life after we split up a year ago. Whilst we were together, we would often talk about what we'd do if we ever split up. And we had said that we'd make sure that if we were to find other partners, then we'd want to meet them before being involved in our child's life. While she was having the affair, she obviously said that they were just friends and I was making a big thing out of nothing, and even convinced her family that I was going mad, that I was being overly intrusive and suspicious of her and the guy. But within a few months of us splitting up, my son was already bringing up his name in front of me. My son had just been away with her and her family for a few days last week, and I got him back yesterday, so I know the affair partner was there too, as my son mentioned him. I'm so hurt that her family seems fine with the new guy in their lives, and even my ex thinks it's fine to introduce him to our child's life. My son doesn't know the real reason why we split up, and I'm doing everything to keep him happy and undamaged by this, but it's really wearing me down. What has tipped me over the edge is that my son is now in bed listening to a song on repeat that I've never heard before, and I'm wondering if this song has been suggested to him by the affair partner. He also accidentally called me the affair partner's name, which also tore a hole straight through my heart. I used to be so close to her family, especially her sister, who I've known longer than my ex. I went to school with her. I just feel so betrayed by all of them, and the fact that I'm living in a tiny house with all the bills to pay, even though I earn a fairly good wage, it's just all so crippling. Oof, that's tricky. I guess it depends on the son's age, but it would be worth, I think, giving him an age-appropriate explanation of what happened and try and clear up the eyes that this affair partner is the one that actually split up the family originally. And yeah, you'd have to be quite careful how you phrase it, because if you phrase it wrong and the son likes this person, this new person, it could backfire. But yeah, that's the sort of thing I would do. I would also be trying, I guess, as a parent, as the betrayed spouse here, to make sure that when your son is with you, that he's having as much fun as possible. I know you're obviously doing that already, but I would really be trying to make it so that he enjoys his time with you more than he does with the wayward spouse and the affair partner. Let's have a look at what the community says. Someone's left a comment saying, to tell the truth, it's not your sin to hide. Depending on the age of your kid, this needs to be done right, but given he's calling you his new daddy's name, this has been planned a long time to screw you over, totally ignoring your son and your feelings. Maybe I'm old and bitter, but screw the moral high road. These days, I serve back what's served to me. OP replied saying, thanks, my son is only 9, and even though I'm so hurt, I don't want to damage his relationship with his mother. It's not his fault she was cheating, I just feel it's a lot for him to have to deal with. Someone replied, if you decide to tell him, do it on an age-appropriate level. Mum and dads don't date other people when they're married and living together. Mum had a boyfriend, and I couldn't stay married to her anymore. And as he gets older, he'll understand what you meant by that. If she gets angry, oh well, actions have consequences. Indeed. Someone else left a comment saying, my soon-to-be ex-husband and his affair partner, also a friend, have made sure that my son liked the affair partner way before the divorce. The affair partner bought my son gifts and wooed him way before I could piece it all together. I know how you're feeling, but let it go. There's nothing to be done. Telling your kid who is also going through a lot won't be worth it. Plus, you want your son to adjust there, right? I've already accepted that my ex and affair partner and son will be a new blended family. The tears. Opie replied saying, thanks for that. Now that you mention it, I have seen signs of that happening too. I don't think I really noticed at the time. Someone else left a comment saying, it's a sad thing, but it is the truth of the world. Good people get hurt the most. The truth is, she's moved on and you have not. Please work on your healing. Be a good father and move on from her actions. Don't focus on her or the family. Be indifferent to her actions. Karma will come knocking one day. Indeed. Someone else left a comment saying, I'm sorry for the pain you feel and what you're going through. I've read somewhere that healing from infidelity is like competitive sports. You need to push yourself and try to push yourself and try again until the pain subsides and a new chapter starts. Your ex doesn't deserve you. I know it's hard, but start doing things that make you, if not happy, then at least content. I would even suggest something out of your comfort zone. Doing one thing a day is a good start. Connect with family and friends. Those who are not supportive, keep at arm's length. Therapy is essential, not only to disentangle your feelings, but also to communicate with your son. He needs to know an age-appropriate way, and a therapist can help you with that. This is not to be vindictive, but to protect yourself because your ex might spin things around against you. Your son will also have an agency to understand the situation much better. Your ex has to stay with her affair partner. She has to parade him around friends and family because otherwise everybody would know she has destroyed her family for nothing. Unfortunately, you cannot control who she introduces to your son unless it was specifically stated in the divorce decree. Talk to your son, create memories with him. The other guy will never be you. I promise you things will get better. That, I think, is a very thorough comment and very good. Opie replied saying, thank you. That's good advice. Someone else left a comment saying, sorry dude, does their family know what happened and why you split? Opie replied saying, well, I'm confused about that because when I initially had my suspicions, I spoke to her sister and she genuinely thought nothing was going on. Then around the time of the breakup, I was with her family and her and I broke down, and her mother was saying that this new guy wasn't a threat, but that whatever happened between them was just a mistake, etc. Basically defending her. But surely now they must see what happened and that I was right all along. Someone replied saying, I would explain that the reason you're not together is because she was cheating on you, and make it clear to them that their daughter is the cause. It may not matter, but it can't hurt. As to what they are up to, you can't control that. Just be the best dad you can and live a good life, and that this is the best revenge you'll get. Definitely. It's a really tricky situation, especially with the mother trying to replace you in that family. The best thing you can do, as the comments say, is to give the son the best life you can, the best memories, and sort of don't let her games win, I guess. Right, so what do you think Opie should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you appreciate these videos and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.